doing this. Really appreciate it.
Ok. Donc, bonjour à tout le monde. Bonjour à Mamadou Lamine. C'est ça votre prénom, n'est-ce pas?
Good morning to all. Good morning, Mamadou Lamine. That's your surname, right? I'm so pleased to organize this session and for us to be present today. I'm Anaisa Mazit. I work at Barca Fund with Rekia, and we are in an investment fund, and we invest in African entrepreneurs of French Africa countries, and they have solutions against climatic change, namely sustainable agriculture, also based-oriented solution, and general environmental challenges, and renewable energy. So we are a special partner to Land Accelerator and Well Resource Institute generally. So it's under that framework that we are part of this session today. So please, to know a little bit more about what you're doing in Niger, as far as Neem is concerned, and before everything, I wish to know, could you raise your hand? Maybe if you have a reaction, if you have something. For those who have companies also working in the Neem business, could you raise your hands? Can you hear me? 1 minute, please. I want to see if there are some people also in the Neem business. It will really be interesting to know among the participants, those who are also working in the Neem business, and maybe it's not working. So we'll do that after your pitch. So Lamine, I'll give you the floor. So I don't know. I think you have a pitch for us today. Exactly. So can you share your screen, please? Can you share your screen, please? I don't know if Amanda can do that. It would be very helpful if Amanda could help.
Yes, just give me 1 second to pull that up. Give me 1 second. Won't take too long to find. There, oof. I had it and then Zoom popped up and took it away. Let's see. Okay, I'm opening it. Of course, it's taking some time. Opening. Okay, great. I will start to share my screen. Share screen. Here we go. And I'm ready to turn the slides when you need.
Go ahead, you can put the full screen on. C'est bon, Kader Lamine, la présentation est partagée. Vous la voyez bien?
It's perfect, Kader Lamine, over to you. It's clear enough. There is an echo in Kader Lamine's speech. So as you can see, it's S3D multi-services. And we are working in the Neem activities. The story of our company is that we launched it in 2011. So we started commercializing our products a few years later. There is an echo in Lamine's voice. I don't know why. Okay, that's better. Our company was created to solve a problem in Cameroon. In Niger, 90% of the pesticides we're using are imported, and they are made of toxic molecules. So 90% of the pesticides used are dangerous. Mosquitoes, houseflies, ticks, they created a negative impact on the population in Niger, so much so that population is using pesticides in a terrible manner. And it has a huge consequence. Pesticides generally are toxic, they pollute the waters, they pollute the soils, and they're responsible for many diseases such as neural challenges, indigestion problems, and also intoxication issues. Can we move to the next slide? Next slide, please.
Sorry, I'm hitting it. It's not going. I don't know why. Okay, it went backwards. Okay, here we go. Next slide.
Oui, c'est ce que j'ai dit. Maintenant, l'utilisation des pesticides ont impacté.
So now, using a lot of pesticides has created a huge impact on the lives and the quality of life of people because most mosquitoes are responsible for many diseases.
Allô?
Hello, can you hear me?
Les moustiques sont responsables
So, because of mosquitoes, there are about 1 million of people dying, and 90% of these people dying is in sub-Saharan Africa. So we are trying to protect their lives.
les populations se tournent alors vers l'utilisation
And
abusive et incontrôlée
populations now are using pesticide in an uncontrolled manner, and it has huge consequences. These products are toxic and they create a negative impact on the soils.
Next slide, please.
That's where we come up with our solution. Next slide, please.
Voilà. Pour y remédier, notre solution, notre entreprise.
So, as such, our company is putting at the disposal of the community new products to fight against the ticks, mosquitoes, and also to have a better harvest to boost our agriculture, so creating more jobs. Next slide.
Ça, c'est notre modèle de business. Quand vous prenez
So these are business model. When you take our raw material being Neem grains, we are collecting them twice a year by women living in the rural area. And as such, they have temporal jobs and they also have a livelihood. So we are collecting the products, the grains, they are treated, processed, and sold. And what we get now is reinvested in our business for it to keep working. So we are a team made up of 8 youths, 5 men. If we can move to the next slide.
the next one. Oui, ça c'est notre équipe. On est une équipe actuellement de 8 jeunes.
So here is our team. We are made up of 8 youths. So I'm the manager. We are 5 boys and 8 women. But the women working with us collecting the Neem grain, there are more than 500 because we are working with co-ops in the rural area, namely in Gozo, in Gaia, in Silaberi. So those are the names of villages and towns, but also in Bindu, which is really the headquarters of our company. Next slide, please. So our company works, and thanks to the funding we could have, this enabled us to improve on our work and buy and purchase some equipment for processing. So we needed 90,000 USD and we finally got 50,000 USD. And it wasn't small because this helped us to boost our activity, improve on the quality of the existing products, but also if we could really have more funding, because before WRI, we were using our own funds, but thanks to the 50,000 we got from WRI, we have improved a lot on our activity, and we wish to meet with other investors who will be interested in working alongside us so that we will keep on improving on the livelihood of the population. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kader Lamine. This is very interesting. So I'm a bit inquisitive. So I want to know, how did you start? How old were you? How did you have the idea? So what's your personal story as far as this company is concerned? Thank you very much for this relevant question. When you know, in Niger, we have a different reality. With your certificate, it's very difficult to have a job, except you have someone who can hold your hand. So once you're through with the academics, at times it was very difficult to even have an internship. And being an engineer in chemistry, I was like, why can't I self-employ? So I started working in a company called in RAF, and I was a technical director there. So thanks to the experience I could get now, I was like, let me start something on my own that will move hand in hand with my training, with what I know, and with really what I love doing. So after pondering, we realized that we have to start producing pesticides, because up to date in Niger, we don't 90% of our pesticides are coming from overseas. So now we had to work with some institutions because they have a lot of experience on molecules, products, plants, having virtues, fighting against insects. So along the line, we decided to work with Neem, but before Neem, we tried tobacco and others, but we saw that Neem could really fit to our background. In the years 1950, the years 2000, normally Neem was planted to fight against drought. Niger is almost a country with wilderness. So the state did a lot in order to fight against desertification of lands and also the wilderness. So we have about 11 million neem trees. That's huge, but we really do nothing with that. So some other people, they cut those trees to use it to cook food, and we are destroying our forests. So that's why we decided to value neem, add value to our countries, and also plant other trees. Thank you very much. That's really inspiring. So what can you say? What were your first challenges as you just started the business? How could you overcome the challenges? At a certain time when you're like, well, this is too difficult, I'm going to stop at this level, how could you find solutions? You know, there are always challenges when you're an entrepreneur. One of the first ones is that in Niger, when you have a certain academic level, everyone wants you to work for the government or in a big company. Now, to start with your personal company, they say, oh, there is no guarantee. This is a huge risk. So that was the main challenge we were faced with. But since we were really committed, we did it. So the second problem is the financial issue. We had to use our resources. At times, our parents can give us a little bit of money. At times, when we do little jobs, we try to save and use our savings to kickstart our activities. So along the line now, we started working with the center, working together with companies for us to draft our business plan. And also the group of companies worked also alongside us, and it helped us kickstart with our activities, and we are moving on, trying to improve on it. All right, thank you very much. There is a question in the chat. Someone is asking, can your product be used for vegetables? That's for lettuce, vegetables, carrots. Is it good for the health of the consumers? So as far as pesticides are concerned, we are working with neem oil extracted in a cold. So it has a lot of virtues. It fights against bacteria. There is no fungi in that oil, and it can also be used to fight against insects. It's a bioproduct, which is really non-toxic at all. You can use it today and even harvest your crop and eat it. And some people are even using it as a medication, but we are using it mostly for cosmetic use and also as a pesticide. Thank you very much. I believe that participants also wish to know,
À quel moment est-ce que vous avez
as
reçu
far as funding is concerned, how did you go about it? How could you receive the funding, and what type of funding did you receive? So, as far as funding is concerned,
qu'est-ce que vous avez reçu comme financement et
what
comment
did you receive as funds, and how did it help you?
À travers l'entreprise, je me dis que le financement, ça vient après.
You know, through the company, the first thing is to establish your activity and to love what you're doing. Funds come after. First, we really started with what we had. We started selling our products. We registered our company. It was really it took some time because our company was created in 2011. We had our first product in 2016. We had 5 years when things were very difficult. From 2016 to 2018 to 2019, it was getting interesting because we started harvesting. So now the funds we had was because we worked with the center of companies, we worked alongside them, and we could understand how we can really boost our company and our activities more, and they helped us draft our business plan. Then we also applied for a competitive examination, Total Easter Clacker. Kader Lamine, 1 minute. There is a little challenge. Amanda, go ahead, please.
Oh, perfect. So just wanted to share for all the people who are speaking English. A few people have been saying in the chat, I can't understand French. You look for the English translation. So what you do is there's a globe perhaps at the bottom of your screen that says interpretation, and you click on it, and then you can select EN for English. If you don't see that, because maybe you're on your cell phone or your screen is too small, you can look at the more menu. There might be 3 dots. When you select the more, you probably see an option that says interpretation. Click on it and select English. So basically, I'm listening to the English version and it's going really well. So I want to thank our translators. And also, if you're speaking French, you can sélectionner le globe, chercher le français. So everybody can be covered. And now back to this discussion. Thank you so much.
Merci beaucoup, Amanda. Thank you so much. Lamine, donc on était sur Total Startupper.
So, Lamine, we're talking about Total Startupper. Yes, we applied at Total Startupper. We were selected and we had the first prize. So from there now, we really started moving forward. You know, when you're working and you do your job well, people are going to come to you. What is really more important is to get serious and work hard. The path is not easy, but with a lot of determination, you will succeed.
Quand vous avez gagné le
So a little precision, when you won that prize, what was the investment you received? Because we really want to understand how you evolved, like how much you received, how you started. So with Total Startupper, we had about 10,000 to 12,000 USD. That's about 10 millions of CFA. So we had $10,000 to $12,000. It's not that much. And along the line, we also had the prize because the House of Companies organized a competitive examination and we still won the prize, and it was about $10,000. From 2013 to 2018, we had about 30,000 USD, and this really helped us kickstart our activities. And also thanks to the Land Accelerator competitive examination as well, we really did improve on our activities and have a lot of knowledge on how to manage a company, restore degraded land, and also thanks to the coaching we had, we could move forward with our activities. Late 2022, we also had the support of Land Accelerator, and they were really the best support and the best funds we could receive. It's true, it's a loan, but this really helped us boost our activities the more, and we think that we'll keep on moving forward. So was it Terrafund?
Terrafund, okay. Donc, vous avez déjà
Yes, it was Terraphone.
quelque chose à travers
So
le
you
accélérateur.
first had something through the land accelerator,
Si je me trompe
then
pas.
that was as a subsidy, if I understand you right. Yes. Then after you benefited from Terraphone, is that it? Which is a debt facility. These are loans proposed by Terraphone and co-managed by
Exactement.
World Resource Institute, WRI. Exactly. Perfect. Then how did this help you to really boost your activity? This helped us to improve on the quality of our products. Here I can explain, I can show you. You can see this. This is one of our products that we really developed so well. At first, our packaging was very archaic, but now you can see it's really competitive and it's really stands in the market. So it's been about a month or two. I'm trying to show you the prizes we had. We won the second position for Green Prize. Green Prize is a national prize accompanying companies working in products that are good for the environment. So all the companies that don't produce waste or products that are dangerous for human beings. So that is thanks to what we did, how we improved on our products. So thanks to that, we could win the Green Prize. Please let me take my trophy and show it to you.
Ok. Ok, donc n'hésitez pas à mettre vos questions dans le chat.
So don't hesitate to add your questions in the chat box. Very soon we are going to answer the questions after the direct demonstration. Congratulations, congratulations, Lamine. That's beautiful. Kudos, that's great. So this is our product and we have developed it now. It's a gallon, 5 liters gallon. Yes, there are a lot of questions in the chat box as far as your products are concerned. There are a lot of questions. Namely, are there secondary effects while using the pesticides? The Neem pesticides, I think you already gave an answer to that, but if you can go a little bit deeper, it will be great. The second question, are there other negative aspects using that? I think this is also another important question. Also, how can it be stored to be used in the future? For how long can we keep it in storage? Now, when you're using neem oil in Niger, it can stay under 30 to 40 degrees of heat. So under a temperature that is lower than that, it can be kept for about 5 years. So it has a good conservation time. Now, as far as the use is concerned, we developed a product recently that is just used for veterinary purposes. You put it directly on the skin of the dog or the cat that is suffering from ticks because it kills them and all the diseases of the skins of animals. So you put it on the skin of the animal and it kills the ticks. Now for the agricultural products, they can stay for 2 years because we mixed it with water and other ingredients, but it is still the neem oil, which is the main component in that product. So you can keep that one for 2 years, but we are trying to see if we can use it for 3 years and 4 years. But I think 2 years already is good. So if I understand you right, the neem oil, if it's between 0 to 40 degrees, you can keep it up to 5 years. And for this recent product, you just created for veterinary purposes. For how long can we use that one? No, that particular one. Normally, Neem is a major component of that oil as well, but it can be kept only for 2 years. I think this gives us an answer to many questions. And you were also saying that for veterinary purposes, there is no toxicity risk. I don't know, you didn't say about the agricultural usage of that product. You didn't underline the negative effects. No, like I said, it's a natural product. At times I take neem oil on my body, on my skin. It has beautiful virtues for our skin against itches, rashes and all that. So normally you can see on our sticker, we underline that is the quantity to use depending on the surface area and also the kind of species you're trying to use it on. So normally, if you respect all these conditions, there is no danger for the plants and also for the health. Thank you very much for that clarification. And also, people wish to know what is the cost of these neem-based products as compared to the chemical pesticides that are sold to farmers. Now we have competitive products as far as quality and price are concerned. So as far as quality and price are concerned, we are really very cheap because the products with the same quality are more expensive, 2 times to 3 times more expensive. Meanwhile, it's the same technology, the same material we are using. It's just the packaging that is different. Are you understanding? So at first, a liter of neem oil was sold 5,000 francs CFA. Depending on the availability of the raw material, at times it can even cost 9,000 francs CFA. But now, if you just go over the internet and you look for a pesticide made with neem, it will be more expensive than that, a lot more. Thank you very much. So where are you selling your products today? Is it only in Niger or are you already in other countries? So now you are not just in Niger, you are also receiving orders from Burkina, Mali, and thanks to our website, we have a lot of orders. We even deliver in France, Italy, Holland, but our main market is Niger and a little bit of Nigeria, border countries. So not yet in East Africa. We wish to, if we can find a partner there, a reliable partner, we can send part of our products there as well. There is someone in Malawi who says he works with farmers
that says
in the milk sector. So he wants to know if it's possible to share more and speak in details with you in order to try your products in Malawi, since these farmers have a lot of difficulties and challenges with pesticides, with ticks.
yes, of course, it's more productive to work with them. So I think that Amanda
Forward or any other tool where everyone can have access to each other's contacts.
Yes, Abu Kader, if we can share your contact, I can paste it in.
Ok. Très bien. Donc, à la fin, quand on aura fini.
Thank you. So at the end, when we finish our meeting, you can share your contact information at the end of this webinar so that everyone can reach out to you. There is a question regarding certification of our products. Are your products certified or do you intend on certifying them? Yes. In Niger, our products are certified because before starting to work in this sector, you need certification, and the Ministry of Agriculture is the one that authorizes in Niger. So the Ministry of Health is the one who certifies the production, the application, the implementation, the sale of pesticides in Niger. So for specific products, we have a national agency that certifies chemical products, and they are also taking the product for analysis. So the products, to see if the products actually comply with what they say. Of course, that it is not toxic in water, and so that it can be sold in Nigeria. And also our products are certified in Nigeria as well. This is why we can sell our products on the international market. Regarding your products, how do you use it? Can we use the products on leaves, and then the insects are going to be chased away, or we should put it directly on the insects so that it has an impact, an effect on our package is very well defined. Our product needs to be put on the plant, and then you can add water. So you have 2 liters of water, 10 liters of water that you need to use in order to create that. So actually we are extracting the residues, and we are extracting oil, neem oil, and the insects that attack the plant's roots, actually we can put the product around the plant so that we can fight against insects. So in order to fight against insect, we put neem oil in water, and we have 5 liters of water with neem product, and we can use it on half a hectare with a lot of efficacy. So regarding conventional pesticides and your product, can we talk about the same efficiency, or is it better or inferior? We perform some efficiency tests with GRIMAS, which is a center of international agricultural research installed in headquartered in Niger, and we could actually we could compare the pesticides used for with conventional products, and we actually the reports were equivalent. Regarding the impact of your solution, did you see an improvement on environmental or social landscape of your lands or the community by using your products? A great majority of people can use our products because we have results, we have favorable outputs, because before other products did not have the same rate of success, and most often the next production was did not have the same quality. So Of course, we have our clients have been very satisfied with experiencing our products and thank you. How did you set some indicators to measure your impact, the impact of your product? To say farmers have collected more information on that. So do you have any performance indicators? We have some indicators, I mean, for our we are trying to test conventional pesticides, and we were trying to test as well our products, and we saw that we improved the production, the output by using our products, and then using Grimas, and which is a certified center, we were able to see that the report of by using our products was effective. So the clients actually were specialized, and we but we are also working with institutions to support farmers. And what is the volume that you sell? So we are talking about 100 liters per week. For 2023, we estimated a quantity of 500 to 800 liters that we are going to sell oil, neem oil, and we have actually more than we have around 1,000 liters that have been produced, and in 2023 we actually, in 2 weeks, we are going to launch this, because we are going to use it and to triple the production. Do you have partnerships? You mentioned research center and other institutions. Can you share more on your partnerships? So currently, the enterprise is and there is the agricultural center and for development of resources, and we work with Guinea and research center, and we also selected a couple of entrepreneurs, and there are also best practices. We are working with the university and an agricultural center to be
de recherche.
Ça nous permet de mieux tester et concrétiser la qualité.
So this enables us to better check and improve on the quality of our products, because today we don't really have a huge lab that can enable us to have 100% sure results. But with them, they have huge experience and they use the products before us. So they have so much experience from the product, and they know how to go about the analysis, the tests with precision. And that's what we really need now. And I think it's okay. Thank you. So they got close to you, or you are the one who got to them? So I had to go to them, but when it was a green price, we had to apply, and they were expecting all our file, and they saw that our product was good. So they came on the ground, they took some sample of our products, and they said, well, your products are good. And they gave us the second prize. So at times you have to go to the person, and maybe if the person sees that what you're doing is good, then they can come to you. All right, thank you. So now, are you also connected with other entrepreneurs on the continent, or elsewhere using the name, because Amanda said in the chat that it comes also from Southeast Asia, even if it's also here in Africa. So do you know other companies maybe doing the same activity with you? Yes, I know companies in Nigeria, in Benin, in Burkina, but in Senegal, I saw over the internet many companies working in the Neem, and also in Benin, Nigeria. We are in touch with them. There is knowledge sharing. And at times when I don't have enough stock, I can give orders, because like when our company was a little bit on standby, we were sending orders to Burkina Faso. All right, good. Do you have an advice for those in your activity, those using organic fertilizers? And for those using Neem, have you realized and have you had lessons that you wish to share with others today? Well, the advices I want to give is not just for entrepreneurs using organic fertilizers, but for all the entrepreneurs. For you to succeed, have a good quality product, be serious with what you're doing. For example, if you have neem-based products and you know that is your calling, you do it out of love, you do it perfectly, good quality product, you will succeed. But if you're just trying to come up with products that don't answer your expectation because it starts from you, then it can help the other, but the other one cannot succeed except you succeed first. So you first start by succeeding. Thank you very much for your advices. So what is your communication policy as well? That's the next question. Your communication policy, how do you communicate generally? So it's been 2 months today. I said I'm a technician and I'm also an agricultural engineer. So now we came up with the cabinet specialist in communication to help us draft our communication strategy. We have our pages over the social media. We have our website also from hand to mouth. We are partners nationally and internationally, but generally, I believe that if you need to improve on what you're doing, get in touch with experts in the matter. So in 2023, we got in touch with a company. They drafted a communication strategy for us, and I believe that thanks to these things are really moving forward, and we really do hit our targets. But nevertheless, social media really play a key role, as well as the website. It makes your company credible. Thank you very much. So are there some projects that you implemented at the level of your company and you're proud about it? Maybe improving on the condition of your employees, working on the improvements of regulations on organic fertilizers. Are there such products you carried on and you're proud of them and you wish to share with us? Yes, we've worked with the Ministry of Environment under the framework of the revitalization of natural pesticides, because there is a product we import from Nigeria called diclovost, and it creates a negative impact in Niger. So now we are trying to come with a local Niger policy to stand against the importation of that product. Why was that product imported? Because there was no competitive product to help. But now we are really fighting against that, and I think it's a good step forward. And number two, we really contributed in adding value to Neem, because most people were like, Neem is not useful, and they are just cutting the trees and destroying them, and even destroying our vegetation. But thanks to sensitization campaigns at our little level, the ones we are trying to organize, I think we are really struggling and things are really moving forward. And I'm really proud about that. Thank you very much. So do you believe that maybe committing at the level of national and local authorities as entrepreneurs in your area, do you think it's important? Well, I believe that in all the sectors, it's important to have a good connection with the local authorities because they have more opportunities, more openings, and they can really work alongside you. Along the line, before we could benefit from the Terra funds, they called on the Ministry of Environment to know if they know the company. So if we didn't have a good relationship with the Ministry of Environment, they could have said, oh, be careful with them. They are not good people. It would have been a problem to us. So I really advise all my entrepreneurs to have good connections with the local authorities and also to do a good job, because nowadays, even if you are doing a good job but you don't have a good relationship with the authorities, if you're doing your job very well, the results will be seen and known. So normally you should work with yourself, the companies, the local authorities, the environment. Thank you very much. We have 12 minutes left. Maybe I'll give the floor to other participants if they have some questions. So I'm inviting the French-speaking people to really select interpretation in French whenever someone speaks English. Thank you very much. So the floor is open. Who wants to give a comment, share experience? Go on, please.
Bertin, allez-y.
Bertin, go on.
Je suis à Libreville au Gabon. En fait, votre
I'm at Libreville in Gabon. I'm working on non-lignous forest products. I'm very sorry, the sound quality is very poor. The sound quality is very poor and there is a lot of noise. So maybe please could you write your question in the chat box because we can hardly get what you're saying. So Usman, you have the floor. Good morning to all. I'm Usman from Togo. I'm working with local seeds that are tailored to climatic change. And I think we are working on agricultural products. And what is the question? Are you developing biological products? Are you committed in a product for biological certification of your seeds, which are pesticides? I didn't really understand the first question, but for the biological certification, I heard you well. We have the network of farmers in Niger, and thanks to that network of Niger, they created a biological label for certification in Niger. And local certificate, we don't yet have that sticker, that label. But since our company had some challenges in 2008, we had to stop our activities first. And thanks to Terraphone, we could kickstart our activities. And once we'll be stable, we will work on our certifications, because I think 2 months back, we could have a certification thanks to Green Price, because it's Green Price is kind of a biological certification proving that our products are natural. It's not a certification by a special organization, but it just proves that our products are of good quality. So for the second question, I didn't really understand your question. The sound was not good. Are you working in the development of the farmer? Are you helping in that way? Can you hear me? Yes, it's. I hear you. It's better now. I said, looking at your main objective, are you committing to develop biological agriculture at your level in Niger? Yes, and that's even the purpose. Neem oil is one of the mostly used pesticide in biological agriculture. You can go about some search on the internet. It's used biologically. But using biological pesticides, I don't know if you try to check in Togo, but in Niger, at times to have certificates for biological products, it was very difficult. And recently, I was working with students who needed a local label. It will help us work more. And there are some moringa producers also working at the biological level, and they are using also the Neem products. Their product are already biocertified, and Neem is renowned as the pesticide that is mostly used and widely spread here. All right, it's clear enough. Thank you. So in Togo, we are working in biological agriculture mostly, and we are working on biological inputs. That is biopesticides. So that's interesting. I wish to talk more with you about it.
Amanda avait
We
mis,
will change our contacts.
Amanda a mis
We will share contacts.
les
Amanda added in the chat
donc n'hésitez pas
the
à
contacts for
je vais les
Kader Lamine. So please get in touch with him.
ce soit plus récent. Voilà, n'hésitez pas à le contacter.
I'll add it to the chat box once more. So please get in touch with him.
On va refaire une petite
He's very open to
Bertin, si vous
speak.
pouvez éteindre votre caméra.
So we are going to try again with Bertin. Please, can you switch off your camera and we will see if your sound is clearer. But I'm not seeing any other question in the chat box. Bertin, you have the floor. So I was saying that I have a project as far as boosting time is concerned, because I'm building cassava tree and I'm trying to process them and turn them into flour. So the cycle was very long for them to get to the first production. So our cycle is long before we have our first product. So I need some advice on how I can get funding while I'm still at the level of planting cassava trees before the processing stage. We need some support. So I wish to have advice as far as funding is concerned. Thank you very much, Mr. Bertin. We are also processing cassava. To produce cassava, you need a lot of energy and a lot of space. I don't know how it's in your country. Here in Niger, we don't have enough water. It's a little bit difficult. The advice I can tell you, don't try to monopolize production, collection, and transformation at the same time. Like today, if you want to start with transformation, emphasize on how to purchase equipment, packaging, and also high quality product. And now, if you have even 1 acre of land that you can use it for production without being exhausted. But what is important is to work with local producers who will help us also at the processing stage. Because if you have to do everything on your own, it will be very difficult. Try to come up with a network in your area. Try to check all those who are farming cassava, get in touch with them, see how they can sell their products to you, maybe at a competitive price. For example, if they're selling it to you, they will have more gains than if they sell it over the market. So try to come up with a policy that will draw their interest, even if it's more expensive to you. Normally, you will sell it later on twice or 3 times more, then they will get interested selling their products to you. But if you have to do everything on your own, that will be very difficult. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm seeing a hand, another hand raised. You have the floor. Yaobi Nuto. Yaobi Nuto. Sorry for the pronunciation if I'm not pronouncing well. Mr. Yaobi Nuto. You have the floor. No. Are there other questions, remarks, comments?
Sinon, de toute façon, il nous reste 2 minutes. Ah, allez-y.
Merci.
Go on. Thank you. Congratulations to Kader. Thank you. So we are working with the essential oil of a local plant to fight against ticks, and together with colleagues from Côte d'Ivoire and also from out of Africa. Can we all work as a network with the one who spoke from Malawi, also interested in the fight against ticks? That's my problem. Can we? I think that as far as networking is concerned, I think Amanda can better answer this question. And I think it's very important for us to work together because we are also part of one family. Here with your essential oil, also we can add to what we are doing. We can check the efficiency, the quality of our products. If you can mix the products to have a more efficient product, or if your is more efficient on some ticks and mine are more efficient on other ticks, maybe we can check all that. Maybe if on ABC S3D is more efficient and yours is more efficient for GHY, for example. So I think it will create more impact. And I think Amanda can help us as far as networking is concerned. Go on.
We have a directory on the Restore Forward group. So when you're in just Restore Forward, you can browse and easily see we have a directory. And so I put that in the chat box right now, and you would be able to see the names and the countries of the people who are participating in the program this year.
Merci beaucoup, Amanda. C'est effectivement très utile.
Thank you very much, Amanda. That will be very useful indeed. So she was saying that the link is in the chat box. You will have the contacts of all those in this program, so you can make good use of that. You will have the contacts of all the participants. And I see Richard wants to take the floor. After that, we will conclude. Richard, you have the floor. Thank you very much for giving me the floor in DRC. I just wanted to know, I didn't really understand if a Neem oil that was presented today can be used for all the insects. And also, as far as the repartition is concerned, is it only in Niger or can it be also be sent to DRC or in other countries? Is that country specific to Niger or can it help? Can it be used on many other insects or just the ones in Niger? That's my question. Where is he? Did you hear the question? Yes, but I'm looking for Kader Lamine.
He might be disconnected. Bon, eh bien, je vous propose de prendre les coordonnées de Kader Lamine.
So I think just take his contact. It's in the chat box. Then send your questions to him directly and be in touch with him, as well as all those who couldn't ask the questions today. We have to close this session. Thank you very much.
Something to conclude this webinar?
So I would like to thank a huge thank you to Anais, a huge thank you to Abou Kader, Lamine, who joined us today. I think everybody got exposed to more ideas about Neem. There's obviously more to learn. If you're interested, we took notes and we'll have the recording up on our peer group session later, probably today, which will be tonight for you. You have his contact information and you can always go to the peer group session anytime you want. I want to thank you again for joining, having the curiosity to learn something new, think about different ways of managing pests. And next week, we're going to have Looney presenting about financials. So he's going to go through everything from how to manage your spreadsheets, how to think about your expenses, and give you a few templates that you can use as well if you needed some support in that area. Just get you familiar with how to become a master at your finances as you continue to grow, so that that will be a tool to help you get financing instead of a reason for people to say, I don't think you're ready. You are ready, you can be ready. So we want to be sharing that. So come on Tuesday and we'll have another session with Looney. And we want to thank you, thank Anais. Anybody wants to jump online and say goodbye? I know sometimes we like to do that. So guys, thank you so much for joining and have a great evening.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.